Hello everybody and welcome to another All Maverick reaction with me, Alan and Jez.
Hello.
We're back with more Willow, getting episode 2 done just before episode 3 drops. You ready for this, Jez?
I am, yeah. Looking forward to see where the next stage is.
I know you weren't fully bowled over by episode 1, I guess, but...
I enjoyed episode 1, I was just a little bit underwhelmed.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of the setup, wasn't it?
I think
really?
I think the issue was, like I said, we said at the time, I think I'm such a big fan of the film, and I think I set my expectations too high for the first episode, which is on me, not on the show.
Yeah, we didn't really get into like the guts of adventure at all. Obviously, we had to meet all the characters, and we only got to Willow right at the very end. But now it seems like we're going to have to maybe head to this sort of like land across the sea is where they're destined. Yeah. They're aiming to go to, right, to try and get Kit's brother Eric back after he got kidnapped last week. And of course we found out near the end as well that Dove, was it Dove?
Dove, yeah, it's Dove, yeah.
Dove was actually Alora from the movie.
Alora Denon, yeah.
There we go.
Alora Denon must survive.
Oh,
sorry.
That sounded like your Voldemort impression.
Did it?
Do you Voldemort?
No, it's not time for Harry Potter.
Right. Okay.
Let's get into it.
Right, let's go for it. Okay, so this is Willow, Season 1, Episode 2, The High Aldwin. So, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Bit of the theme tune there. Oh my god, look at that beard!
That was just a flashback, isn't it?
That's why I came back. Because it's time.
For what?
I'm sorry,
still out there,
but that beard is hilarious.
It's time to begin our training.
He rode out 9 moons ago with the squire. I'm afraid I've sent him to his death.
Death wouldn't keep Mads from coming back.
That's where he's gone.
You are the bravest man I've ever known. And you have the truest heart I ever will. But you're not a great sorcerer.
All right.
You never will be.
What the
Kick him in the face! Kick him in the face!
Oh wow, okay. Okay, this is cool. Gone underground.
Watch your heads, everybody.
You are Laura Dunham.
This is my daughter Mims.
It's really nice to meet you.
What if it's the same actress that played the daughter in the film? Oh no, it's been too long.
It's way too long.
Yeah.
Shit.
He was just walking around normally a second ago.
Tonight we rejoice. Laura Dannon has come home. I will consult the bones.
When we were talking about the High Aldwin before this started, this is the bit that I remembered.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This High Aldwin job, it's like a bullshitter job, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like I felt like that in the first, in the actual film.
And evil. Ooh. Sweet.
Just use the bones to get your point across.
Yeah.
Once Elora here completes her training, famished.
Roughly how long do you think that will take?
Not long.
7 to 10 years.
Do the finger test. She ought to be able to pass that. Finger test!
Here we go. You're not ready.
The child has revealed herself.
I need you to bring her home.
If she's out there, we'll find her.
He got stabbed with that weird stick thing, didn't
he did, yeah. The one that's like, we've seen like the evil kind of running into his hand.
Yeah.
He's obviously gonna, if he's not already under their control, he's gonna be coming under it, isn't he?
Yeah, it's already...
She could still destroy me. Must not reach the city.
That bad Mordo, do you reckon? Her spirit?
No, it says, I've got subtitles in it. It says the crone. But, you know, but they wouldn't use her real name if it was, would they?
Well, Bad Morda, she didn't actually die in a sense. She was just taken to a different.
She got kind of turned into like misty stuff shit, didn't she?
Yeah, she was like kind of transported to a different dimension, wasn't she?
Right. Yeah.
She was the most serene baby.
I remember. When he's ready, you'll give her this.
One of the wands or something, is it?
Yeah. Look at
So that was like the old like female
yours.
wizardy type, right?
Roselle, yeah, but it was Cylindria's wand, but Roselle was the one
The shattered sea.
who was using it with Willow.
Right.
We've never been apart. I miss you.
Oh,
There you go.
We found something in the river. Dad.
God, he looks about 5 there, doesn't he?
oh, when she comes back and they run together. Oh,
You're afraid.
What if I can't do magic?
We need you to find Eric. I need you.
Time for Willow to go on another whirlwind adventure.
There we're here.
2 days ahead.
What's gotten into you, Commander?
Do you really want to know?
No.
Such a one.
uh-oh.
Probably best you don't start talking like that.
Oh, bloody hell, he's got some speed and strength now.
Despite what you may have heard, I'm not actually a thief by trade. I'm more what you might call an obtainer of rare artifacts.
He just doesn't give them to the museums.
And so you wasted it searching for a magical breastplate that somebody told you in a bedtime story? That's like the saddest thing I've ever heard.
I know your father. He didn't think it was
Don't say it's where your dad went.
No, he spent...
What, you're telling me you know what happened to him?
He found it.
There's something very special inside you that's been stifled for far too long.
Oh,
Oh, she was sick of him as a baby, wasn't she? I did quite like seeing a cart with
That flows.
like all of the plates
Yeah.
and cutlery and stuff.
Oh, Eckleberry seeds.
Plant them. Tuatha. Ulthrockmara.
Tuatha.
Wait a minute, let me say it first.
it is quite hard to just know those words. Like they're
Tuatha.
Yeah.
Hoatha.
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 everyone's just like, oh my god, make it stop.
How long until she starts shooting lightning bolts out of her fingertips?
She has to master the 4 pillars of sorcery, Jig.
Hang on, is this the backstory before he got his job working at
Nothing fun about it.
to train old Harry Potter?
Can I use this?
No,
Hogwarts, that's the one.
this is Cheryl Indria's wand. It's a powerful magical conduit you're nowhere near ready for.
Okay, well,
Wait, so did the rest of the knights, have they been corrupted now as well, or did they just watch him bash that guy's head in and go...
No, I presume that he's corrupted him
Or he just
somehow.
they went, he's really serious. Oh no, this doesn't look good for this bunch.
We're looking for a girl who was traveling with the princess.
If you leave now, you'll probably catch up with him.
You wouldn't lie to us, would you?
Oh, the voice.
No. Sir.
oi! Wagon tracks. Less than a day old. Headed west.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
they disappeared like something out of like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, like...
Tuatha, Throckmora, Huatha.
Good.
My name's not Elora. It's Brunhilde.
Brunhilde.
Wasn't getting...
Oh, that's what Mad Mardigan called himself when he was dressed up as the
was it?
woman at the bar.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a cousin. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, there's something kind of funny about the fact that you seem to be the one person who can't see how extraordinary you are.
So, is he just kind of, you know, almost impressed by this, or is he kind of got a thing for her now? We're going to see the start of some kind of slightly off love triangle, though not much of one, because the brothers been
I think
stolen
it might
away.
be a little bit of both. I'm guessing with like how when he was saying about how he believed in her and stuff and was making notes when they were doing it. I'm guessing he might be into
Yeah,
that
but he
sort
said
of
he was
stuff.
into a Canaan, didn't he?
Yeah.
If they haven't moved, they're going to get caught up very soon.
I was just thinking the same. That's like, it seems like they've been there a whole day.
I think we should turn back.
You have to be patient.
You don't understand. It's too late. The power inside her had to be nurtured.
Do we think this episode's going to end
Once.
with the like the commander and that turning up?
You saw her fight the crone.
Yeah.
In my vision, Laura Dannon has to die.
But your world doesn't really look like it survived there.
Can I help you?
I want you to tell me what happened to my father. And everything there is to know about the Chimerian.
It's going to come into it somewhere, isn't this Chimerian cuirass? It's come up quite a lot this episode. It's going to start growing naturally before she manages anything. It's when she realises she's doing it on the wrong spot. It's actually like 2 foot to the left. Oh. Yep, there he is.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh. Yep, there it goes.
Oh, it's going to grow now, isn't it?
I know. Is it? Oh, look, it's grown quite quick.
What is with this, like, end music?
Yeah.
It just does not go with this show whatsoever. Oh, it is, yeah.
Was this the same track as they used last time, or is this a different... It's a very weird choice. Right, so...
Yeah.
Jez, that was... Willow, Season 1, Episode 2, The High Aldwin. The most important thing I have to ask here is, what were your thoughts? Because, you know, you are the...
It's alright.
The resident... It's alright, you're still not.
No,
you're still not.
No, are you?
I kind of got that feeling from you as it went on. I think I was... This was a slower episode than the first... This was slower than the first episode. It was a lot of sitting around a camp, really.
I think... I don't know. Again.
I could hear your disappointment. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah, I think there was just a few things that bothered me. Like, I did like
one of them Warwick Davis's acting, because Warwick Davis's acting was bothering me throughout the entire episode. I think he's got worse.
It didn't bother me towards the end, but at the beginning it sounded like he was reading off an auto cue.
Yeah.
The Sorsha Willow friendship really bothered me, how they'd gone through so much, and she was really quick to put him down, saying he wasn't a
real sorcerer.
He wasn't a real sorcerer, etc. And then it just escalated so fast from the point of view of Sorsha saying that she didn't want her to be trained now.
Yeah.
For him then just having a conversation with her, he didn't really tell her anything. So all of a sudden, like, the guards marching him out, and their friendship was over. It just seemed like it went from, like, surely all they've been through, they'd have had like a. I get they'll disagree, but it seemed to be a bit like...
And I assume this isn't the first time he's been back. Because you could say, obviously, the film, you know, all takes place over quite a small period of time. But clearly this isn't the first time he's been back and seen her in that time, I would assume. So, like, yeah, you'd think that their friendship would be more than a one disagreement, right? And him deciding that he's done with them all and he's only going to look out for... You know, he's only going to look out for... his people.
Yeah.
Odd.
So that didn't get me off to a great start. I was a bit annoyed by all of that. And there's just the comedy element of it. I think they're pushing too much, or trying to push too much, especially the interactions with Willow and just everyone.
What, Borman?
Everyone, really. I don't mind Borman. Borman is the comedy. I don't mind Borman. I see him as the...
He's the kind of slight comic.
I get it. Yeah, that's what.
He's that guy. He's the Star Lord from Guardians.
I think you need that in the show, and I quite like his character. But then it feels like everything else around that is too forced. I'm not a fan of Kit. She's actually starting. She
didn't do anything in this episode.
I think it's just the way she is, just her attitude. I didn't like. I don't mind Jade, but she hasn't done much. Yeah, so that's where I am. I'm more into the what are they called? Like the
bad
guys. Yeah, I'm kind of more interested in what they're about. Yeah, the Gales. I'm more interested in what they're about rather than anything else at the moment, because
we obviously got a bit of an introduction to the crone. Them talking about her, and the Lich being one of the Gales was talking to the crone as well in this episode.
Again, so. I think all of this is probably down on me. You know, I don't. It might just be my fault that I'm feeling
what you wanted from it.
What I wanted from it. Yeah, and I think that's the problem when you have such a long period of time. You know, it's when you have such a long period of time between like a childhood movie that was one of your favourite childhood films that you continue to watch throughout the years, and then you set an expectation of what you want from it and what you expected to have happened. It's like the whole Willow thing, you know, he with what he went through in the film and how that kind of ended. You expect him to be this like kind of like real high-end sorcerer that is, you know, changing and shaping the world and stuff, and it just feels like they've kind of dragged him back to kind of like how like the High Aldwin was in the original film. It feels like they've almost dragged, and that really bothered me. I really didn't enjoy like the comedy element of him as the High Aldwin when he was there with his people.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that. He felt like, to me, the High Aldwin in the original movie always, I don't want to say the word, I don't want to say charlatan, but he always felt like a little bit of a bullshit.
Yeah, but he was also a serious leader.
Yeah,
that's the difference here, isn't it? He was. You could tell there was a bit of bullshittery about it, and it was more like kind of like basic magic that he knew and more tricks.
Yeah, it was like a wink to camera occasionally and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he was a leader and he was serious.
Yeah,
and but with how they portrayed Willow in this one, it just felt like he was the leader, but there's also a bit of a laughing stock element about it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, he was making the odd little, like when they put him down and they were like going, oh, he was like, oh, I'm not that heavy. Like, you know, there was and
his speech as well was a bit, you know, I don't know.
I think a part of that was Warwick Davis's acting, though.
It could have been,
like,
yeah, it could have been.
When he started this episode, I was like, oh no, like this acting isn't very good. I'm enjoying the show. Like, I wasn't as invested as Willow as you were. Like I say, I saw it when I was a little kid, like numerous times when I was a little kid, but then I went a long time without seeing it again, like many years. There are a few interesting little things. I'm interested to find out if we ever actually see what happened to Mads.
Yeah, I'm
sure we're going to find out something about what happened to him, but will we see Val Kilmer make an appearance in that role? I don't know. It was quite... Seeing him make an appearance in the new Top Gun was good how they got him into it.
It was perfect how they did it in Top Gun.
But I don't know how that carries over into this. I think that if they tried to replicate him, it might... I don't know. I think it would feel a bit weird. There's going to be... Obviously, there has to be something, because they're really building up this Chimerian Cuirass thing. So that's got to play a part, and Mads has gone looking for that, right? So that's got to relate into it. I like the little bit of news that Borman was his squire. I thought that was interesting. I think that at the end, obviously, we got to see Alora's magic actually starting to work. I think for me, like, the most interesting factors of the episode were learning more about this Chimerian Cuirass as it goes on, because it's clearly going to have a part. A little bit about the relationship that would have been there between Mads and Borman, and what actually happened to Mads, and these kind of visions of the future that Willow's getting, where Alora's dead, and it's weird because he was like, to save the world, she's got to die, but the world looked fucked. Like, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I kind of got that his vision of the future was that they'd lost, but then at the end he made it sound like they won, and I don't know, it was just real messy.
Well, I don't know how he got gathered.
It looked like everyone had lost.
That vision, yeah.
So,
looked like the whole world was.
Yeah, I mean, we've got episode 3 coming out tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see where we go. I think by the end of the series, Jez, you're going to be like, that's what I wanted it to be. I think it just needs to pick up.
Oh, probably. Yeah, that's probably right. I think it's just. Yeah, I think I've just got a few little niggles at the moment, but I'm sure that'll be ironed out. And
well, I just hope that next episode... Well, no, what's going to happen is, right, the commander's taken Alora now, and he's obviously going to start trying to get, I guess, towards the Shattered Sea with her to get her to the Crone, I guess is where we're going to go with this. So it's going to be... Hopefully we're going to start the sea. And I don't need it all action, but it's nice to get some action in a movie like Willow, right, or a series like Willow. We're not here for the deepest of lore. We're here for kind of like a 1980s fantasy action romp, as it were. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you have enjoyed this, thank you. If you have enjoyed this episode, please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You can also head over to allmaverick.com, where you can check out our videos, our blogs, and our podcast. And if you want to check us out on Twitch, where we're streaming some of our favourite games on Tuesday and Thursday night, head over to twitch.tv/allmaverick on a Tuesday or Thursday night, like I just said. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Let's get out of here, Jez, before my power cuts out again and I cry. Thanks, everybody.
See you next episode, everyone. Bye-bye.